Hello there. Thank you for downloading my How to Uncover Your Design Style with Astrology. This is a guide to gaining clarity with your birth chart. And the reason why I created this guide was to help you to be able to connect more deeply to their homes. And for me, one of those ways was tapping into my astrological birth chart. And I have a really solid foundation of understanding astrology, the different planets, and the placements. And I've noticed that in having this understanding and deeper understanding for myself and of the cosmos, that it could be really helpful for other people to, even if they're not deep into astrology, if they just understand like these different planets in their birth chart, if they start to at least understand what they mean, they can start to connect the dots and see things in a different light in their life, including their homes and including their own personal style. So I'm going to take you through what this guide includes and how you can use it. So the first few pages are just like a general stuff, a little bit about me. So I'm Shayna. I'm a holistic interior designer and I'm the owner of Shayna James Interiors and the creator of Visionary Revamp, which is a service that I am offering that talks about the energetics of what home is, our connection to home, and using astrology and human design to be more intentional with how we go about living our lives, our lifestyle, and how we create home in the world. So I included a link here where you can grab your birth chart on astroseek.com. So you just press the button and it's going to take you to a brief video that I created some time ago. Also, if you decide that you want to use a different website, I also recommend astro.com. Or when I began, I started with Cafe Astrology. They have a lot of really great breakdowns for the different placements, so it's a nice resource to use if you are ever comfortable. I do believe that when we are getting to know a system, getting to know a new things to study, it's always nice to have multiple resources to reference from. So these are three of those websites. So one of the things when I'm talking about like the placements here, I think that most of us know our sun sign. You know your birthday is like my birthday is May 5th, so I'm a Taurus. Based on your birthday, you'll know your sun sign right off the bat. You'll be with your sun sign. The prompt that you want to use is I want. It's all about your personality, who you are at your core. It talks about your personality, your personal wants. The sun has to deal with your vitality, your ego. And I know people when they say ego, we kind of have like a negative notation to it, but it's your desires, it's your want. It's a deep desire. It's your zest for living. It's one of the reasons why you're here. So we have to take that into account. It's your light, how you naturally shine in this world. Then we want to look at your moon sign. It talks about your needs, your comfort needs, your innermost needs. The moon is the fastest moving planet in the solar system. It changes signs every 2.5 days. With that in mind, it's important to know your birth time to ensure you have the correct moon sign. As I'm recording this, I believe that the moon is about to transit into Virgo. So if you were born today, you could easily be a Leo moon or a Virgo moon. And it really just depends on the time of the day. There are ways to work with it, even if you don't know your moon sign. You can kind of see like what sounds more like you. Do you sound more like a Leo that is, when you think of Leo, you think of like very expressive, super creative people. They wear their heart on the sleeve. Kind of, that's the kind of energy that they have. They have really big hearts. Then the Virgo moon is a lot more like structured. They like things a certain way. They tend to be a little bit more picky about things. Again, just playing around with it. As you go through the guide, I'm going to have like different keywords that you can use. So if you're not sure, this is one way that you can kind of see what sounds more like you. So the moon speaks to our instincts, our inner needs, our emotions, our relationship with our family and our mother, and women in general. So the next thing is your Venus sign. This is something that you would have to really get into your chart to find. But as you can see, I did add at the top of the picture, I put the glyph, which is like the symbol that you're going to look at in your birth chart. So this glyph is the Venus sign, usually seen associated with anything that's like femininity, right? So Venus is the planet of beauty, sensuality, our one-to-one relationships, intimate relationships of all kinds, our personal values, our core values, right? What we deem as worthy. Venus really helps us to focus on the things that enhance our environment, the beauty, the beautiful aspects. It's the way that we're able to get in touch with our senses. It's the things that we touch, the textures, right? The artwork, the plants, the things that just make you feel like this makes me excited. I love being here. It's just so beautiful to my eye, right? It feels beautiful. And our values, they help us to live a truly satisfied life. When we're in touch with our values and we're able to bring harmony with our needs and our wants and connect them with our values, we are able to create a space, an environment that is truly beneficial for us because it touches on all the things that are important for us to live a satisfying life. So Sun, Moon, and Venus are very important. But if you do know your birth time, you'll be able to calculate your rising sign. So if you don't know your birth time, it's okay. It's just great if you do. There are ways that you can figure out how to rectify it. So to figure out like what time is correct. If you don't have your birth certificate with a time on it, you can try to contact the hospital that you were born in and see if they might have anything on file. You can ask a parent and see, or ask your mom, hey, do you remember what time I was born? And even if they're like, I'm not sure, maybe it was between like 2 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you can still start to do some research and see how you can narrow it down to at least, a pretty close time. There's ways to work with it. You can always ask an astrologer. I am more than welcome to help you on that journey. But there are people that do chart rectifications. That's something that I'm really interested in doing in the near future. There are resources online that you can use to start your journey if that is something that's really important to you. So your rising sign is the vibe that you carry. It's what people see when they first meet you. It's just that aura about you. It is your ascendant. So it's rising sign is also your ascendant sign. It's what sets up the stage for the 12 houses in the birth chart. So if you look at the birth chart, it's literally sliced into 12 slices. And those are the houses. So the first house is what starts the 12 houses. Your rising sign is how other people see you. It's the first impressions. It's the state of your current body, your appearance, of certain things, certain features about you. It's the way that you see yourself, right? It's the relationship you have with yourself. Also, with your rising sign, if you have any planets that are aspecting your ascendant, it can change the narrative of how you show up, like how people see you, how you're being perceived by other people. And then the last part is your fourth house. So again, this is not going to be something that you're going to be able to pick up if you're not sure of your birth time. The fourth house is going to be something that if you know your rising sign, then you'll be able to know what your fourth house is in. But this is really great because you can get a deeper dive into your characteristics. But if you at least know your sun and an idea of what your moon is plus your Venus, you should still get a pretty good general idea of what your design style is and how you show up in the world. So the fourth house has to do with your home. It also talks about your roots, your ancestry, your early childhood environment, your family dynamic, and what makes you feel safe, secure, and comfortable. So the prompt for this is my home must provide. So in order for you to feel comfortable, safe, secure, you want to look at the sign of your fourth house. So for me, I have it in Virgo, so I need things to have their own place. I need things to have a bit of a system. I want to have a flow of things. I want to know some concrete, practical. I need practical furniture. That's one thing for sure. I need things to just make sense. I do like my eclectic style. I like things to be different, but at the same time, at the very end of the day, I need things to be practical. I don't want too much fuss. Also, like I was saying with the rising sign, any planets that are in this house in particular can drastically change the narrative, along with any aspects that go to them. So somebody might have the same fourth house as me, same sign, but if there's planets in it, there starts to be a different story that comes along with that. So there are a couple elements in the PDF that are new, such as the popular interior design styles. I did actually list out all of the different design styles that you may be familiar with, but I wanted to also provide an image to help you kind of come up and conceptualize like how that could look in your space. So in the next few pages, you'll see there are examples and some keywords that describe the different design styles that you may be familiar with from like HGTV and other sources. Another part that is new is get to know your four elements. You may be familiar with fire, water, air, and earth. And then I provide some information about what you can examine in your life if you might experience excess or deficient amounts of different elements and how to bring those things into balance depending on where you're at. So you go through the different elements. Another component of this workbook that I wanted to include was more visuals for the different signs, the different zodiac signs. I provided for example, a mood board for Aries. There are different colors that are associated with Aries energy. And then I just included some imagery to kind of give you that overall just visual element to how to embrace Aries energy, fire elements. We automatically think of really passionate, dynamic, impulsive, energetic energy. But we also want to think about the other side. The sister sign of Aries is Libra, which is all about refinement and harmony, finding harmony in the energy of your space. While I include this for Aries, I also include it for the other signs. So you can just look through and read about them to have an idea of how each of the signs provides really beautiful energy and how that can fit into your space, into your energy, depending on what sign we're focusing on. And then we're going to put it all together. Perfect. So this is an example of how you can create the synthesis of your design with the signs. This is actually my chart. I'm a Taurus sun, so I want natural and durable items, well crafted in natural materials. That's really important for me. Taurus is an earth sign. They would like durability. They want things that just make sense. Capricorn moon, that's me. I'm the Capricorn moon. I need structure and reliability. So thankfully, my sun sign and my moon sign are pretty much in harmony with each other. So durable, reliability, structure. As a Gemini Venus, it starts to make things a little bit different. So I value conversation and flexibility. When I think of the sun and the moon plus Venus, I think about I do want reliability and durability, but I also want things that can be multi-purpose and multifunctional, so that way I can have that flexibility. Gemini rising, again with the flexibility. The vibe that I give off is being versatile, pretty flexible. With my Virgo fourth house, my house must provide function and practicality. So you can kind of see how that creates like a picture. You need things that are going to be durable, they're going to last for a long time. You want things that can be flexible also. So not too many statement pieces. Versatility, so things that, I can swap out or maybe, you know, add my own twist to over time. So function and practicality does help with the flexibility as well. Especially nowadays, we have a lot of functional pieces like ottomans that can turn into beds. Like it's really cool. Like something like that would probably be beneficial. For an example, like right now, I used to have like a standard coffee table, rectangular IKEA coffee table. But that wasn't practical anymore when we found out that we were pregnant, and now my daughter is 1 year old, walking, talking a little bit. So we switched to having one of those oversized ottomans that you can lift the lid. It's functional, it's flexible, and it's reliable too because if she bumps into it, she's not going to hurt herself. You know, it's fabric. There's nothing that's going to be dangerous in our eyes. There's no corners. It's circular. It's perfect. It acts as somewhere that we can sit, where we can place our drinks, and we store our games in there. Our board games are in there. So altogether, this is most aligned with bohemian, the natural aspects, the natural materials, eclectic, which has versatility, different patterns, different a blend of design styles go into eclectic, and modern for the functionality. So the next one is another example that I just put together, just so you have so you can see how it all comes together again with a different example. And with this chart, there's a lot of differences. Like there's, Sagittarius and Leo are pretty much on the same frequency as each other. But then you have Earth. So Earth from the Capricorn Venus and the Taurus rising, it makes things a little bit different. But it can still work. So like I said, eclectic would be perfect for the playfulness, modern for the ability to be expansive, with their big furniture, big lines, they fit in a big space. Contemporary, so it is that consistency in the shapes, consistency in the fabrics. Just overall, it has like a similar feel across the board. And the last page is for you to plug in your own information and see what comes up. What can you come up with? So if you do feel that you want to dive into your own energetic design, I would love to work with you. You can click the link on that button that says book your discovery call. If you're not ready, please stay connected with me by joining my newsletter. So I really hope that you enjoy this guide. I'm super excited to share it with you. And, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. You can reach out to me on Instagram at Shayna_James. I look forward to speaking with you. If you want to, hop on a call with me. And I hope that it brings the clarity that you need. Take care.